Hey, Jordan.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going, Jordan? How you doing?
Yeah, good. Yourself?
It's 4:30 a.m. Are you pinging or are you tired?
I have zero chill. I did sleep, but I've had 3 coffees. This is full of Monster. I am ready to rock and roll.
I'm like 60% sure that I'm asleep right now and that this is a dream and that there's people out in the real world outside of my dream waiting for me to jump into this. So we're going to find out. Hopefully this isn't a dream because I put a lot of good banter into that. Jordan, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell us like one thing about yourself and where you're from in New Zealand, and then I'll hand over and leave you to it.
Yeah, sure. So one thing about me, I'm Penny's DM. I am terrified of cats. Genuinely terrified. Penny will attest to this. I've literally run out of rooms before. Kittens are worse. Can't stand them.
He's not mean about it. He's just scared of them, and that's fine. That's okay. We respect that.
Yeah. I'm reluctant to say from where I am in New Zealand in case the spooky road figure tracks me down.
Maybe don't do that.
But there's a whole bunch of people that live in the Tron, which is where I'm from. So I'll send them to one of their places instead.
Yeah, send them over here. I'm sure that we'll have a good time. All right, well, that's it. I'll see you guys in 90 minutes or, probably 75 minutes since I wasted so much of your time. Enjoy your next set. I'll be here watching. I'm really excited for this one, and I'll see you guys at the end of the player slot in about 90 minutes.
Thanks, Penny.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So you are in the Medusa's garden and you've been trading blows. You're not sure whether it's something from your subconscious, from past versions of yourself, but your body tenses. Something in your mind's telling you that things are about to change, and you think the Medusa senses it too. There's an eerie quiet as the battle pauses for a moment. But after 2 or 3 minutes, nothing happens. You're staring down at each other, both parties afraid to make a move. And then the Medusa turns and she looks up. She seems to be staring at something off in the distance. Can I get everyone to make me a perception check, please?
Ooh.
If that makes a difference.
Now, Jordan, I'm going to tell you what I told Sean. My passive perception and investigation is 30.
Hot damn, I love it.
Yeah.
All right, anyone who doesn't have a passive perception of 30, make me a perception roll. Okay.
I'm too distracted by the fact that I whiffed both of my last slings at the Medusa.
It's bad. It's so bad. Ugh.
Yeah.
I felt so. It was what I was doing throughout this whole last fight. I was whiffing so hard.
It's turned to stone. None of us except Mac were owning it.
Freaking Mac Daddy over here.
I'm
Jonah,
doing
you
this
don't
for my
see
daughter.
anything.
Yeah, I'm just looking at my
Preoccupied, ready to square off again.
Yep.
The rest of you see what appears to be a star in a previously starless sky. You take note of it because it's red, and you've never seen a red star before. And it's getting closer. You notice the Medusa is slowly backing away. You're not sure why, but she appears like she's trying to make an escape. Her eyes are fixated on whatever it is that's getting closer and closer to you. Do any of you try and stop her?
I will.
All right. Are you attempting to persuade her to hang around? Do you want to try and grapple? Are you going to cast a spell? What would you like to do?
Does she? So she doesn't seem hostile anymore or anything?
Give me an insight check.
4. Okay.
Yeah. You're getting a sense of fear.
I will clasp a hand on her shoulder and I'll be like, "What's the matter? You scared of me?"
It is not you I'm scared of.
Well, you should be. And I sort of look to my daughter for approval really quickly. Yeah.
Do you want to roll me an intimidation check?
Yeah.
I sure will.
17. She seems torn. She's obviously wary of you, but at the same time, whatever it is she's looking at is kind of equally frightened. She's kind of just staying in place. She doesn't want to deal with you lot anymore, far too much trouble, but she's also wary of what's coming down. The light now is getting closer and closer and closer. It's not coming directly for you, but you can start to see flames. It looks like whatever it is falling from the sky at a fast rate of knots.
Can I try and tell what it is that's falling?
Yeah, you certainly can. Roll me a nature check.
Nature. Okay. 7. Hold on. I just need to look up what this ability does. What is reliable talent? Is if you are... No, I don't have my proficiency to nature. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything that you're familiar with.
That's a large ball of fire. Can we leave? Like, is the portal still open, guys? Or...
You turn around to look at the portal, and that's when the Medusa makes her move. She dives for the portal. All of you can make attacks of opportunity if you want to.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll go for 2.
Yeah, no one backstabs us.
Unless have I fully turned to stone yet, or am I still like halfway there?
I believe I have a couple more crits, so I'm going to use one of my crits.
Yeah, please
Yes.
And with the Sentinel feat, if I hit her, her speed's
move.
reduced to 0, yeah.
do. Excellent.
It's awesome. I don't think a 17 is going to hit.
It does not hit.
4. There's a 4 on the dice, guys.
Oh no.
I think our rogue needs some natural 20s.
The blade singer puts away his scimitar. No point fighting an enemy that's already scared. Going to let it cower in fear.
It's at that point, as you take swings at the Medusa, that you hear something. In the distance, you can hear the roar of something breaking into the atmosphere. You hear something else as well.
Okay.
This isn't good.
We're in trouble, guys.
Is that you, Sally? Is that your phone going off?
Is this you, wizard? More singing, more music.
I wish this was my kind of music. This seems like it brings joy and happiness to most people.
Yeah, is this a bad
You sing
thing?
this at my family parties.
Oh, wait a minute. There might be some subtle undertones in that are different.
The ground around you shakes violently. The star you saw was small, but the impact was colossal. An earthquake rocks you all off your feet as whatever it was collides into the ground, causing a sonic boom that pushes you all back. You look around, and the Medusa is knocked out on the ground. She is not long for this world after hitting her head and her many tiny snake heads after falling. But the crash site, whatever it was that landed, you estimate is not far from you.
Hmm.
Should we go check this out?
Well, we've done the deed of delivering the demons, so they will no longer follow us.
Look at the portal. Is the portal still open?
The portal has closed.
Yeah, that feeling.
Do I still have my daughter with me?
We'll say yes.
Nice. Am I still turning to stone?
We'll say no.
Okay, cool.
Merry Christmas.
And Chuck, are you invisible still?
No, I'll pull the ring off the thing and slip it into my pocket. You know,
Your precious pocket.
got to keep it secret.
If she's unconscious, any type of saving throw or anything, she can't make it. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, essentially. There are, I believe, strength and dex she fails automatically. Is there something sinister you're planning on doing?
No, I was just thinking if we tie her up and cast hold person, just in case she wakes up, it's like extra hard for her to fight back.
Yeah, that'd be pretty safe.
Would it have to be
The
whole person or
Egyptians
whole
party?
monster?
Does she count as humanoid?
I mean, why don't we just check out what's over there? This place seems to be getting wrecked anyway.
Yeah,
Well, I was just
Say
thinking to do that while we go look.
that.
Just so, if we come back, she hasn't set a trap for us or something.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
With that.
All right, so you're going to tie her up, yes?
And just to contain her, and then we'll go off and look at shiny new fire.
You spend a couple of minutes wrapping rope around her, binding her hands, her strange snake body. Do you just want to give me a really quick sleight of hand check? See how good you tie those knots.
I was classically trained. Let's see if I paid attention to my lessons. 14?
Yeah, you're pretty confident with that. You're tying someone up.
Sweet.
It's not too hard. Are you going to drag her along with you or leave her there on the ground?
Oh, leave her there. I'm tying her up to like a solid rock or something, so she can't get loose.
Absolutely.
To one of her own statues.
Yeah.
Cool. That's good. Can I quickly, while she's doing that, just make my way over to Mac? And I'm just going to grab his neck in one of my metal muscles and rub my knuckle on it and be like, good job. That was pretty lit. Haha.
You're getting it. And I look to Sally and I'm like, see, he's cool just like your father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like you. I like you, Jonah.
Cool friends.
Right back at you.
Feels like we're a real squad now.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Squad goals.
Now that's squad goals, my friends.
Yes. Cool.
Now, you notice as you begin congratulating each other and searching for the source of the crater, the earth around you has formed a number of large fissures. The major earthquake has subsided. It's easy enough to stand up now. The ground's not shaking, but you see little cracks as if you'd thrown a hammer at some ice forming all over the ground.
This isn't good, right? This is
No. Can I try and tell where this is coming from?
Absolutely, yeah. You've got a passive 30 perception, so I'm going to give it to you straight away.
Nice.
You were watching when whatever it was collided with the ground, and you're pretty confident that the way the cracks in the earth are forming, they're all coming from one place.
Yeah.
They're coming from about, at a guess, 300-400 odd feet north of where you are.
Does it look like the ground is unsafe to walk on?
Not unsafe as long as you avoid the cracks and crevices. And at the moment, there aren't enough of them to stop you progressing.
Cool. Just in case, can I take point and just guide the party through like what seems to be, as I'm looking through the path, what seems to be the sturdiest ground, and make sure we're on the solid ground.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Now,
I'm solid as a rock. Stuck in my head.
you make your way through, and it doesn't take you long to find the source of what happened. You all follow the cracks and crevices as they get bigger and bigger and bigger. And things are getting hotter. The temperature is rising, and what was temperate, almost cool moments ago, is now uncomfortably warm. Now, we have a wish from Jules. Hey, crew, thinking of you fondly as I try to nap. Christmas was my favorite, so my wish is that all the players have a weapon that turns into a Christmas-flavored version of it. How fitting.
Nice.
Love it.
Swords into candy canes, player's choice. Have fun with it. Kill with Christmas vibes. So much love for Starship and all you wonderful folks. Thanks so much, Jules.
That's awesome. Thank you, Jules.
Okay. My mace has turned into an orange with like the little bits of aniseed
Yes.
sticking out the side. The very British thing. And then the long stick is a long stick of cinnamon.
Absolutely love it.
My
What are the
glaive
Christmas
is like, you know when you have a candy cane and the curved bit's gone and you sort of like, you almost make it into like a little spear? That's what my glaive is.
Fantastic.
My sword's turned into a sharp mince pie.
I love it.
My great sword's just wreathed with like sharp holly now.
Nice.
I'll say the rapier turns into a long sprig of mistletoe.
Very good. Now, this happens.
Different things.
This happens before your eyes as you get close to the crater. I imagine some of you would have your weapons drawn in caution.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have my spell book, which is now a recipe book.
On how to make the perfect Christmas mince pies.
Yeah.
And in Dwarvish.
I can read it then.
Are you sure it's not in Elvish?
No, it's in Dwarvish. That's to keep people guessing.
Ah, I see. No Christmas elves here.
Funny you should say that. As your weapons transform and you look over the crest of the crater, you see a small green figure. It's hard to make out exactly what they are, as you can only see them from behind, and they appear to be struggling, pulling a large red sleigh up out of the crater. You can see their tiny little muscles working hard as they struggle in vain to pull their sled up.
Are you all right there?
You see a little face turn around. Before you stands about 2 feet tall, what appears to be a goblin. The only point of difference is that this goblin is wearing a red loincloth and a tattered red hat. It's got a strange fluffy white rim around it with a little pom-pom on the end. And there appear to be reindeer antlers kind of jammed in the side of it behind his ears. He says, "Hello, friends! Oh yes, what fortune timing! You're here to help Snibbly, yes?"
I'm going to go with yeah.
Excellent. Please, someone help me get this up.
I'll come and help.
I think
I'll
that's
follow
for our
Yeah.
2 muscle-bound people to go do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not
us.
strong, but I go over to Smiggly and I flick him on the head and cast mending. And does that do anything?
Yeah, absolutely. You see the, I was about to call it a chariot, the sleigh, which surprisingly hasn't been that damaged in the fall. Now that you're in the crater itself, you can't see the bottom. You can see some lava rising up, but you can't see how deep this went. There were a few cracks and a few chips, and one of the, sleds on the bottom had cracked, and your mending spell fixes it. While you are helping him pull the sleigh up, Snibbly stops helping altogether. But he says, "Here, something for you all. This might help." And you all level up.
Oh, perfect.
Beautiful.
I'll just whisper to Mac as well while we're pulling this out. I'll just be like, "This, am I crazy, or is it? It's not the right time of year for these festivities, right?"
Last I saw, it was still July.
Everyone roll me a history check.
Ooh.
Nat 1.
Oof.
Oh, yeah, -1.
Yep, that's about equal for tonight.
Oh dear. Shane and Jonah, you. Oh yes, and Lady Daniela. You know for a fact it is not close to Christmas at all.
I turned to Jonah and I'm like, yeah, no, it's definitely Christmas today. Didn't you know?
Oh, no, I didn't. What? I didn't even buy anyone any presents.
Oh yes.
Brownies, fools.
Are we worried that it's not Christmas, or are we like totally chill because it's the prep season? Everyone knows that you start prepping for Christmas in August.
Just looking at the sky and the size of the sleigh. A couple questions. First, is he alone dragging the sleigh?
He is, yes. You can't see anyone else around. Although you do notice, now that you've pulled it up out of the crater, there appears to be a body tied to the front of it.
What kind of body, I guess, is the follow-up?
It's a bit difficult to make out. It seems to have burnt up somewhat on entry. All you can really make out is that it's roughly humanoid, looks about adult size, and appears to be wearing a now completely singed red coat with white fur trim.
Mac, should we do anything about that?
We could kind of buff it off, maybe.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but like, should we, like, did he kill this guy?
Hey, small one, you still got my mess kit?
Yep.
Let's just take care of it.
Now, we've just had another $20 donation from Hellfire. Mac wanted Rogue to have advantage, so Rogue shall have advantage.
Hey!
Also, Mac has 7 advantages left, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Is there any way I can share a couple? Because that's a lot to have. I want to share the love.
Yeah, well, look, if someone's in dire need, and it's going to be a cool moment, we'll say you can share it.
Season of giving, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's Christmas after all.
I forgot to buy presents, so I got critical hits instead.
Can I have a look over this squiggly? What is this?
Yes, he turns around and introduces himself properly. And he says, "My friends, let me introduce myself properly. My name is Snibbly Boblin, the Christmas Goblin. And I come to you today on Christmas Day, the best of all days."
But it ain't Christmas.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely Christmas.
But no. It's not usually a goblin, right? That delivers presents in a sleigh. It's a human.
I know most of the Christmas traditions in the material plane. None of them started this month, and none of them have a goblin in charge.
Are you saying this to him?
Yeah, we'll be saying it out loud.
I mean, unless you've started a new religion and this is the debut season.
Roll me an insight check. Anyone who's actively telling me that it's not Christmas, or pretty sure Santa isn't a goblin.
I still fully believe it's Christmas today.
Can I jump in on that? Despite the fact that I didn't say anything, I'm wanting to get a read on this goblin.
Yeah. Anyone that rolled above a 15, you get a little hint of crazy and just a dash of annoyance. He is standing among you all, and even next to the halfling, he is short in stature, but he is standing straight. His posture is not that of someone who's afraid. And he says, look, I'll forgive you. I can't expect you to keep track of everything, but I can assure you, it is Christmas Day. It's got to be Christmas.
That's what I was saying.
Does this thing fly?
Oh, yes, quite well. Except when it doesn't. In which case it happens.
Are we just skipping across? There's a dead man on the front of that.
Yes,
I'm still trying to clean it off.
Who is he?
I don't know. Someone.
Sam.
Samuel Claudia.
Samuel Claudia.
I just pat him on the shoulder and go, there, you can't be expected to remember everything given the multiverse is breaking down.
Exactly.
I'm treating him as this, like the student that only gets maybe 3 questions on the quiz because they haven't tried. But is never actually going to bother to pass this paper.
Nice.
They took it to fill in time.
He says, right, well, I'll admit I've done a little bit of an oopsie. I appear to have destroyed your planet. Or at least it's going to be destroyed in a matter of moments. I may have come down a little bit too hard. That down there, and he points into the crater, I may have gone through to the core. I can't tell, not a geologist, but I wouldn't want to hang around. Yep.
Yeah. So if you can fly this thing, can we
Let's get out of here, right?
Yeah, let's all hop on this thing and let's go, right?
We don't care about, the planet dying, people being on here dying.
Well, it's just demons, right? And
it's Medusa planet, right? They're going to rest anyway.
Medusa planet. Don't worry about it.
But these demons wanted to be laid to rest. If they die here, they'll be resurrected.
That
Therefore,
sounds like
they
a them problem
found
for you problem.
they wouldn't find true peace, is what we would there to do.
Demons, right? Like who cares anyway? Let's save Christmas or whatever. This.
Yeah, sure.
Going on here.
You got any seatbelts on that sleigh? I don't want, Sally getting all bumped up in the ride.
Yes. And anyone that cares to can roll an inside check.
Yeah, I'll jump in on that.
Don't roll a 1.
28.
19.
I'm paying a little bit more attention, but not as much as everyone else still.
Yeah.
No, all of you are pretty confident he doesn't know what seatbelts are.
Safety, anything to stop us, flying about. I got a young daughter here.
Oh, she'll be fine. I can tell you it's a lot safer on here than it is here. Pointing to the ground. I'll tell you what. You said, a couple of you, that you want off this rock, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal. Because it's Christmas Day, after all. I've got a present to deliver. Or rather, I need to find a present and then deliver it. I could do it by myself, but that sounds like a lot of hard work. Why don't you all agree to help poor old Snibbly on Christmas Day, and I'll take you where you need to go.
What kind of present do you need?
A violin.
Oh, that sounds easy. We can do this. This is.
Can you describe the violin?
It's red, I think. Maybe blue. Could be both.
Do you know where to get it?
I've got a pretty good idea.
Okay, how about we hop on the sleigh?
Is this, do they know we're coming for it?
Who? The violin? I doubt it.
You never know. With magic, you could have a talking violin.
He's right, you know.
Who's this violin going to
Can
exactly?
you describe the violin to us?
The
shape and...
When you ask who it's for, he says, I have a poor little boy, a good friend of mine, actually, not doing very well. Name's Timmy, I think. Timmy, Matthew, who knows? But yes, I need it for him. It'll make his day. It's Christmas after all.
Can I throw down some insight on that?
Yes.
Yeah. 27.
Yeah. You don't pick up deception. You don't feel like he's lying to you, but you sense that there may be something lost in translation there.
Like he's not giving us the whole truth, but what he's telling us is the truth, kind of thing.
He's a bit of an idiot.
Right, yeah. That's fair. How about we hop on the sleigh and you can take us to the violin?
Great idea. Yes. Get on.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's get airborne, I think. That's probably a good plan. We can have this conversation not on cracked earth, right, guys?
I'm gonna tentatively get on.
Now, we have another wish.
Hey.
Hellfire, $50. Wish for all enemies to have vulnerability to all damage types till the end of the current group. Hashtag Mark eats raw mints. Hashtag Hellfire for president. We are changing it to a single instance of damage per player. Should have read that part first.
What are you doing?
Hellfire, you are a beast mode. What the hell?
Legend.
Now, your child's name, you said was
I love
Sam, is that right?
Sally.
Sally. I'll remember that. Or maybe not. You see Snibbly walk over to the sleigh, which is currently just kind of pulled up on the side of the crater. And he picks it up over his head, turning it round and puts it down so it's facing a clear runway. He says, right.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, he didn't look like he struggled at all.
A little bit of a Hulk in you there, have we?
Who's that? Is he green?
Jonah and I just loosened it for you.
Yeah, it was all us. It was all us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys helped.
I like feel my bicep and then look at him, and then I'm like, feel very inadequate.
Sir GM there. Can I get the feeling when he moves it? I don't know if you've seen like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but basically, is his form weighing more than it seems than his stature would give off?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about, but it doesn't appear to be.
All right, cool.
So he looks at you all and says, welcome aboard, Snibbly Airlines. I have a very important question, especially for the young one. Sleigh or the sack?
Slay, right, guys? Slay.
What kind of question are you asking my daughter?
Well, would she like to ride inside my extra-dimensional bag of presents, less bumpy in there, or would she like to watch the world fly by as we race through space?
Zach sounds fun to me.
Well, I know she will pick the safest answer, won't you, sweetie?
I'll stay in the sleigh.
A good choice. You'll enjoy it. And a nice, comfortable ride in the sack for the man with the metal arms.
Yes.
Good luck, Jonah.
No, this is going to be fun. Okay, let's go.
What does Sally choose to do?
Have you been role-playing her up to this point?
No, the DM has been.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, she's a little bit put off by this strange goblin creature.
Understandable.
So, yeah, opts to hop in the sack with Jonah.
Let's go, Sally. This is going to be fun.
Right, I'll join you. Isn't this cool, sweetie? Am I
While
cool,
I'm there,
Jackie?
can I put one of my just a circle on here, like a magic circle, so if I get bumped off, I can teleport back?
Yeah, oh well, why not?
So you just see me carving this circle into it. Going, now I feel safe.
I just get a death grip on like the side rail.
Yeah, you're holding on for dear life. Snibbly watches you carve the circle and says, it keeps you safe. Oh, not a bad idea, that. And then just begins gouging random shapes out with his fingernails. You don't need to roll an Arcana check to know he doesn't know what he's doing.
I'm going to have a death grip on Lady Daniela, and she has a death grip on the sleigh. I figure, that way, at least one of us will survive.
Right, everybody. Are we ready to depart?
Yeah. Do you know we were going, Snibbly?
Probably. Do you know where
you're going?
Do I know where I'm going? God, I hope not. Right, tally-ho then.
What?
And for those of you inside the sack, it's quite comfortable. It's a large interdimensional space with an odd collection of furniture from all over. There are thrones from an orc stronghold. There are plush Victorian chairs and sofas. There are bodies of a number of dead creatures that you don't recognize. And there are piles of empty present boxes, most of which have been torn through. But you can't tell when the sleigh takes off. You are kept completely safe and comfortable inside.
Okay. I would say, well, this is cozy, except for those bodies there, but this is fun. Sack gang, am I right? Sack squad goals?
Yeah, squad goals, fam. Is that how we say it, Sally?
Yes, Sally. Your dad's pretty cool, right?
Yeah,
I'm
pretty cool, right?
We're-
I like fist bump, Jonah.
Yeah, I'll put a bit too much strength into it with the metal arm.
So, for those of you riding on the sleigh, you're in for a treat. You hear the same sonic boom as the sleigh rockets up off from the ground at breakneck speed, so much so that your skin struggles to stay on your face. You are holding on for dear life as the sleigh rockets up through the atmosphere. Make me a really quick con save for those of you who are on the sleigh, not in the sack.
It's a bad time to say that I'm afraid of heights.
Terrible time, yes. Should have chosen the sack.
I definitely should have.
This is absolutely terrifying!
Anchor in the air.
Shane and Peter, you watch as Lady Daniela passes out. The G-forces are just too much, and while her death grip remains, you see her eyes kind of roll back into her head, and she just passes out.
My death grip on Lady Daniela is kind of going to turn into like a little bit of a shake as she passes out. Like, hey.
Would you notice the difference?
No.
It almost passed out on the stratosphere, so this holds tight.
Accurate. Nice. Again, inside the sack, nice and comfortable. You found there's a fireplace in there. Yeah.
See, that's lit. That's lit.
I like that.
He's getting up on the lingo, isn't he, Sally?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have another wish from Mark. All weapons, including the enemies, have a +2 weapon until the end. Thank you, Mark.
Above and beyond what we've already got.
Yeah, I'm going to say it. Yeah, absolutely. You get a +3. It's a +5 now.
Damn.
Hot damn.
That's awesome.
For those of you riding on the outside of the sleigh,
crazy, Mark.
you have lost track of how far you've gone. Somehow you seem to be protected from the atmosphere, the lack of oxygen as you rocket through space. And you all realize that you are suddenly hurtling towards a planet. However,
Hold down, Sneebly. We don't want to cause the same thing again.
don't we? It was great last time I met all of you.
But what happens this time if we can't get the violin in time?
Oh, God.
Don't destroy another planet, please.
It says, quick breaks. And you see him kind of steer the sleigh towards the moon that you're passing. And you lift in your seat as the sleigh carves out a big path through the moon, slowing you down. You do note you're all okay.
Is the moon okay?
No, the moon isn't.
Okay.
Not.
In other words, he's doomed this planet as well because he's destroyed the moon.
It's quite possible. However, by grinding along on the moon, you appear to have slowed down just enough. And you make I'm not going to say gentle landing, but you don't core into the center of the planet. And you come to a stop after sliding for maybe 500-600 feet. And you are surrounded by a dense jungle. Snibbly quickly hops off, dusts himself off, readjusts his hat, and opens the sack for the three of you to get out. He says, "So how was it? Yes."
Are we here already? That was smooth. That was cozy, nice.
It's over too soon, I think.
Danielle,
I'm going to go to Lady Danielle and
are you okay?
give her a nice little whoosh.
What's going on out here?
You guys
Done.
have fun? Danielle,
This one couldn't handle the force.
I'm okay.
You look like you had the time of your life.
You really missed out. But again, better keep the little ones safe, yes? It says,
I'm not having a fun day.
It says, right, well, look, now that we're here, I'm pretty sure this is where they keep violins, things that are violin, yes.
Maybe
Good.
things they make violins out of.
I don't think you know what a violin is.
It's a
What's
wooden
an island to
instrument.
you?
An instrument. Oh, no, you're thinking of a drum. Very, very fun, very good. Dooga, 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 dooga. Yes, but no, this isn't a drum. I'm talking about violins.
They're like a
Wait,
lute, right? That you play up here?
I guess, yes, you could hoist them up on your shoulder. You could do whatever you wanted with them.
There we go.
Are these
I asked him to
living
physically
creatures?
describe a violin to me. Otherwise, do you have a spell in common or any, like, or elvish or dwarvish or anything?
I know some spells, yes. Would you like me to cast them?
No.
I turn to the rest of the party and go, I think there's been a breakdown in communication. He told me violin isn't the musical instrument, the big sister to the viola. I think he's saying violence, as
Small
in
one.
attack and fight.
Not the small one, the green small one. What do you use a violin for?
To kill people, usually. Bit of entertainment. You click when Lady Danielle, I don't know if you said that out loud or not, but you kind of ponder over what Snibbly's been talking about, and you think he's referring to the word violence.
Yeah, like, I've just realized he's had an accent this entire time. It's like how Americans think we say the word dick.
says, yes, so, we're still good, right? You'll help me get this. It's for the children. For
the kids. Yeah, for Timmy, Matthew, whoever. For the kids.
5 of them, I'm pretty sure.
Why would the kids need
5 of them?
Yeah. All kids love violence, don't they?
Yeah.
Ren Stimpy. Itchy and scratchy.
Yes.
Yeah,
The Simpsons.
that checks
Where do you want us to find this violence?
Right, well, follow me. I've got a pretty good idea. He leaves the sleigh where it is and begins walking off into the denser areas of the jungle. Do you follow him?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've come too far now.
Yeah.
Let's do this violence.
We might as well see this to its end.
It's relatively tough going. This is some pretty thick jungle. But after maybe 4 or 5 hours of solid trekking, which possibly could have been 2 hours if Snibbly hadn't stopped to comment on everything, yell at the trees, ask all of you who you were, you eventually make it to a clearing. And I will move this over here.
I like it.
We can do those dances like on Top Tick, Sally. And he starts like attempting to floss.
Oh, no.
That's how you do it, eh?
Right, can everyone see that all right?
Yeah, looks good.
just the wrong token for level 18?
Okay, that's all right. I can change those out.
I've done it, don't worry.
Ah, beautiful. Thank you for that. So, Snibbly begins setting up a campsite. He seems to have forgot all about what he's asked you, and is just looking to sit down and rest, as you have been walking for a fair way. The jungle is uncomfortably warm. You are all sweating profusely, and even those among you that are fit and used to running around and fighting are just a little bit out of breath. It's not in any way hampering you, it's just uncomfortable. Would everyone like to make me an investigation check?
Absolutely.
Sure thing, chicken wing, as the kids say.
Yes.
It is what the kids say.
I would like to take 30.
To take 30. Yeah, sure. What I was looking for was a 15. So Jonah and our 30. You inspect the clearing, and you find some tracks. You can see them if I can hang it over here. That's been a pain.
I don't think I'm there because I think I rolled a 7 was my first roll, but I'm just encapsulated with the floss that Max tried to do.
Oh, I see. It's doing the double roll. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if it's a straight roll, we take the one that's on the left.
Left, yeah.
Yep. I see.
I might actually veto my investigation check because I'm like, now I know Jonah's watching, I'm trying to like actively teach him.
And I do this, and then, okay, that's good.
Yeah. You're going to be a star, my friend.
All right. So,
Guys, you see those tracks there?
Oh, yeah, we're here for a reason, aren't we?
They look quite big.
Yeah, they're bigger than me. Or the goblin.
Is this the
That's not
violence?
so much.
could be. Who knows? It's exciting, isn't it?
Okay.
Follow them.
Yeah, and I'll pick up my greatsword.
Picking up my candy cane glaive.
Yeah.
Mistletoe rapier.
I love it.
Orange mace. Not to be confused with the color orange.
Yeah, I'm just flicking through my recipe book going, would any of these recipes help?
Do you have to go through like all the stories before it gets to the recipe?
Sometimes. Depends on the spell.
My grandmother made these Christmas mince pies for 30 years.
And it turns out they were the recipe on the back of a checker.
But it's still a family recipe that I'm going to share with you.
Yeah.
Snibbly is currently sitting right on top of the big rock in the middle. And he says, "Oh, ready, everyone. I think I can hear something coming. I wonder if it's the violin." And anyone who is watching notices a large creature.
Do this.
That's got a lot of teeth.
It is a large yellow Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it roars as it comes out of the jungle, making eye contact with you, but not moving just yet. Okay, we have a wish from Christian. Thank you, Christian. I wish for all the players to become 1 foot 9 inches tall, so Snibbly feels like the god that he truly is.
It's not all that much of a change, right?
You see the T-Rex getting bigger and bigger. But wait, everything else is getting bigger as well. Maybe it's you. And you realize that, for now at least, you seem to all have shrunk in size.
Hey, Jonah, back! You're like my height now.
Yeah,
But that's really bad.
Whoa.
You're my height.
I'm still strong, right?
Oh, that's really bad. Oh, that's really big. That's really bad and really big.
Is all of our stuff proportionate now?
I'm
Like, do we have more strength because we're smaller? Same potential, but smaller, so denser.
You technically, yes. If we're going on just pure physics, yes. Now, you see the T-Rex eyeing you up. Does anyone make a move?
I'll go in to take a swing at it.
Yeah.
While he's doing that, I want to cast Mighty Fortress
Excellent.
Oh,
just
Right.
to protect us all a bit more.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so Jonah, I'm going to say that you get a surprise round.
Awesome.
You are running in there, and it's fair to say that a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex doesn't often encounter people rushing at it. So you head in there. What would you like to do?
I've always wanted to fight one of these, and I'm just going to take a swing with my battle axe. Oh, yeah, battle axe. Oh, no, greatsword. Why have I been using my battle axe the whole time? Yeah, I got a greatsword. There we go. Oh. 15 with a nat 1.
Oh, a natural 1. You grossly underestimate how small you actually are. And it would have been a fantastic swing. You all watch as Jonah rushes in, swinging around, and doesn't even clear the Tyrannosaurus Rex's belly.
Oh, man, this... can I take my 2 extra swings as well with extra attack, or...?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, let's go. That's a 19 and a 21.
Those
remember your
both
plus 2.
Oh,
from
true.
The wish.
Yeah, 21 and 23. Okay. So that first one does 25 damage plus the 2. So 27. And the second one did 22.
22. So what's that all up?
30, 40, 45 plus
49?
49. Is that right?
49.
Or 48? Yeah, 49. And then, yeah, I'll just, I would say, I missed that first one, but you're going nowhere.
Can everyone that's not Jonah and make me just an intelligence roll. Not a save, just a basic check.
Okay. With
Not us, apparently.
not us. I will take 13 because it's reliable talent.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. Oh, sorry. It's whenever you add ability check that adds your proficiency. It doesn't add my proficiency, so there you go.
Okay.
That number is as it is.
Lady Daniela, this has been a crazy last few hours. But something comes to your mind. Do you remember that Snibbly described the violin as red, maybe blue, possibly both? And the Tyrannosaurus Rex is yellow. And you see that Snibbly is not looking at the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
He was looking in the other direction, wasn't he?
He is looking in the exact opposite direction.
We can take this thing.
I'll be right behind you.
Right, so now we have initiative proper, top of the round.
Hey. So I'll call out to my friend Jonah.
Don't forget, there is also a storm fortress around us now.
Yes.
Stone Fortress. Okay, I'm gonna move to the top, I guess. Top of the the ramparts.
Can you mark where that'd be? Like physically?
We can draw on this thing, right?
You can, yes.
It is just to give you 120 feet.
Whoa, that's pretty big.
And
Okay.
That includes the T-Rex.
the first lot of walls are 30 feet tall
Lit.
and 80 feet long.
So I get like up to the top of the ramparts and I'll look down at Jonah and be like, "You're not gonna reach the belly, man. Go for the toes. Go for the toes." And help you out, give you advantage on your next attack roll.
My man, thank you.
And then can I effectively like I don't know where this fortress is, but I'm gonna dash onto the top of wait, we have +2 to all of our weapons, right? I might throw a dagger at this thing and go for that. That is a 28 to hit, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, hold on. I need to sneak attack. Because my ally is within his reach. So that is a total of 32, 34 with the +2 to this throwing dagger. I'll like try and throw the throwing dagger into the eye of the T-Rex kind of thing as he's going down towards Jonah.
You hit it square in the eye and it roars in pain. It's obviously confused about why such tiny things are having such a great effect.
Bury up the small!
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that'll be all.
Okay.
All I got.
All right. It's at this moment that all of you hear Snibbly start clapping from atop his perch. He says, "It's coming! The violin! It's here! Catch it! Catch it!" And anyone who is looking behind you sees a large creature burst up from the ground.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I see where he got blue from.
I also see where he got red from.
Maybe both.
Maybe a bit of
You're
both.
destroying my fortress.
This is a problem. We are tidy.
Right. Lady Daniela, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move up onto the rampants so I can see properly over the side. Actually, I'm probably going to move over like here.
These ones are the rampants. This is the middle part, and that's the keep in the middle.
Well, I would be moving something that I can see from the top. So that would that'd be outside edge.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so I'll do that as my movement. I've got two options. Give me A or B. Someone pick for me.
B.
A.
A. B.
A and B.
Please, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I am casting confusion on the what I assume is the sandworm. At least it looks like how I've seen sandworm in it. The pictures.
Okay.
I'll put it in the chat, and I'm gonna cast it. Level 5 just. Yeah. Has to make a bunch of rolls.
It does not pass save.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes.
Can't say grip.
I think DM gets to choose the thing based on that D10 roll.
Fantastic.
At the start of each of its turns, it does that.
Yeah.
And we see what happens.
It will either be glorious or it will be chaos.
Yeah.
Could go either
But you know,
way.
Why not both?
It will be fun.
And all my other bonus actions are spelled as well, so I can't do anything else's turn other than a rallying cry to my party going, "Let's not die here!"
Great advice! You see Snibbly clapping from atop his stone tower. Right.
Right, I'm going to use my bonus action to be singing my blade song.
Excellent.
Jump up on the rampart. And I'm going to cast Great Line Sunbeam on the Tyrannosaurus.
Excellent.
Just find that. It has to make a DC 21 Constitution save.
Hot damn. I feel like that's unlikely.
That is awesome.
No, it fails its save.
There you go.
This is a T-Rex.
So
You're targeting the
wow.
T-Rex, yes?
yes, because it's a thing. It's a 5 foot wide, 60 foot long line, and it takes 6d8 on a failed save and is blinded.
Excellent.
Rolling 19 off of 68. What are the damage rolls?
20 damage.
23.
23. You all see this beam shoot out, bright as the sun, scorching this T-Rex, already struggling due to the dagger lodged in its orbital socket.
Yes.
Now roaring in confusion as it begins to burn. It is still up, but it does not look well.
That's it, man. If we're on the moon, give them the sun.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Beautiful.
I will. Oh, never mind. You've already done it.
Jonah, you're up.
Completely oblivious to the purple worm or whatever. I'm not even aware it's there. And I'm just like, come on, guys, get in there with me. I'm just going to go for 3 more swings.
Let's see it this way. Have you even noticed the bright beam of light going through this?
He's very small.
Yeah. So that's 18 minus 5. So 13?
Plus 2.
13. Let me
Plus 2. Yeah, 15.
15.
And then 16.
Yep.
And then something a crazy number. Is that 30?
Insane.
30.
Awesome. So all 3 hit?
Yep.
All 3 hit.
Perfect. Let's go.
You damage.
This guy must have chunky HP, but no AC.
Jonah, tell me,
So-
how do you want to do this?
Oh, perfect. I'm still really small, right?
That's right.
I mean,
Less
Chuck
than-
said that I could. Chuck said I couldn't reach the stomach, but can I like climb up one of his legs and then just stab it into his stomach and pull it down?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You all watch as with his metal arms, Jonah climbs the leg of the T-Rex. It's not making it easy. It's thrashing around. Its face is burning. Someone's stabbing at its toes. But you see Jonah successfully lunge up into the stomach of the T-Rex, and it topples over. And now I need you to make me a dex save.
Hey, let's go here.
Get it, man.
12. I can re-roll it if it with indomitable. If it doesn't,
You can, yes.
awesome. I'll give that another go. 17.
Yes.
15. Yes, I was looking for a 15. So you feel this creature begin to topple and fall, and you realize that at your new tiny size, it's likely to fall on top of you, and you kind of quickly push out from underneath it, barely rolling to the side as its body slams on the ground.
Perfect. Now just yell out, "Let's go, squad!" And kind of look at Mac for approval, and then
Yeah! Squad goes!
Nice. And I'll realize the purple one. I'll be like, "Oh no, that's me."
What's the
Nice.
Oh.
All right, Max.
All
You're up.
right. Thank you to Jonah for bringing it to my attention that there is a purple worm behind me. In that case, am I able to just like go over out of the fortress quite easily, or do I need to climb it?
I'm going to say because it's a friendly spell, it doesn't impose difficult terrain or anything like that.
Wait.
The flavor.
It does say in the descriptions there's steps, there's
Okay,
stuff
cool.
like that. It's like an actual castle kind of layout.
And between the outer pink circle and the red circle is that wall.
Yes, that's the ramparts.
Then I am going to let me double check the distance here. Sweet, perfect. I'm going to move right on there, and I would like to use a critical hit on
Yes.
the purple worm.
Yes.
Yes.
So that is, let me just roll damage. So that's 17 plus 2, 19. I didn't add my rage. I'm not angry. I'm going to get angry first. Is that all right?
Yeah, let's do it. It's Christmas.
Oh, yeah. That's the Christmas spirit.
Christmas makes everybody angry.
I'm like trying to tear
What?
the decorations down, cancelling it early. I am going to, so I add my rage damage as well as my divine fury. My divine fury is going to be, I'm going to say necrotic this time for a change.
Ooh, nice flavor.
And as I said to the previous DM, because I have both savage attacks and brutal critical, I get as a total of 4 additional damage dice.
Cool.
So I'm going to roll that.
Nice.
So I'm not good with math. But
Yeah,
I've got a
that's right.
calculator here.
I got
Sweet.
maths. Minus 10. Beautiful. Yeah, you start taking chunks out of this worm. It's
Nice.
hearty. This thing is colossal. It's huge, but you are tearing strips off it.
And I would like to tear through it again.
Absolutely.
I have a couple of other critical hits. So I'm going to use another one.
Yep.
Please do.
Let's make it add my rage this time. I do not have divine fury anymore. There we go. So that is 17 plus 4 plus an additional 2, and then my 40/10 on top of that.
Cool. So I've got 17, 16,
Still
MVP,
ridiculous.
I reckon. Let's go, yeah.
Still ridiculous. MVP is the feud between Mark and Hellfire.
Trust me, that's going straight to their heads. I can confirm.
You hear a shrill little voice from behind you. Yeah, well done. We're here to catch it, not destroy it.
What?
That's
We
the
need to-
violin.
We need to deliver the violin.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll be careful next time. And with that is my turn.
Don't worry, I'm sure there's more.
Quick question.
That makes
How
sense.
far away are we from the sled?
So Snibbly has brought the sled with him, where you can see the little tent set up on the map. He has just kind of pushed it on its side up against one of the rocks unceremoniously.
Wait, why did we have to walk then if he was bringing this? Wait, did he just make us walk?
I thought you'd appreciate the exercise.
Are you calling me fat?
No, it's good to get outside. Fresh air. Quick, purple worm, ignore Snibbly. I mean, a violin.
He's confused.
Now, the purple worm raises itself up. All of you can see it now, towering up above the wall. And it looks down at you, Max.
Is it going to roll its confusion?
Yes, it is. It is going to do that. That's unfortunate.
for us or for you?
For me, the creature raises up out of its tunnel. Its body is long, much longer than what you could initially see above the ground, and it raises itself almost all the way up out of its tunnel and looms over Max. Its mouth agape with its thousands of sharp teeth pulsating. You can smell its breath and smell the rotten flesh of whatever animals it's eaten before you. But it just kind of stares at you. And that is its turn. Well done on the confusion.
Yes.
Right, that worked. I'm so glad. I think roll a wisdom save to be unconfused.
All right. It does it at the end of its turn?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's not bad. What's your DC? Was 17, was it?
19.
19.
Yeah.
Oh, it does not pass. It is one
Yay.
confused little violin.
Just like us.
Yep.
Top of the round.
Effectively, are there like a decent amount of like doors and walls and stuff like that with my 25 feet of movement I could get like can I actually get this one?
I'm going to say
like,
for the party, because it's a friendly spell, like I was said before, there's stairs around, there's doors.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that it doesn't hamper your movement
okay, cool.
for ease of use.
I'm gonna jump over this way, and I'm gonna, like, as I'm running up the stairs, pull out my short bow, and I'm gonna look at Mac, and I'm like, "All right, Mac, hope that you can pass me some of the stuff that you've been getting," and I'm gonna use the natural 20 that I was given by the divines that are blessing Mac all throughout this adventure. And I'm gonna shoot with my short bow. And can I go for like a non-lethal? I'm gonna like look at the eyes of this thing or something, and basically maybe like snap off the arrowhead of the bow, and just like take a shot to try and like knock this thing out, right? You
can certainly try.
Right.
And after that attack, our host is here.
Hey, everybody.
I want you back.
All right. So that is with the sneak attack. I roll it again, right? That's how we roll this with the sneak attack. I roll the dice again.
What do you?
Sneak attack damage.
I re-roll the sneak attack damage on the crit because I'm doing the nat 20 on the shot.
Perfect.
Cool.
Wow. That is awesome.
So that is I need to fire in another d6. Oh. 1d6. 3. Okay. With that is 42, 78, and 81 points of damage.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of
A
damage.
lot of damage.
2 people didn't say it.
Rude.
That's a lot of damage.
I was wondering if I could try something quickly before we end.
Tell us what it is first, and then I'll tell you whether, like, is it going to take more than 1 minute?
No, I was going to run up to the creature and cast teleport onto the rune I put on the sled for it to go straight into the bag.
Nice.
Jordan, that's entirely up to you. I'll let you make that call.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Is there a roll or anything that needs to be done with this?
Describe what you do for flavor. I'm going to let you do it. Describe
I
how it
touch
goes
it, and
down.
in its confused state, I'm hoping it's willing to come with me. And so as I touch it, I teleport myself and it back to the cart. And while it's there, I'm guessing Sneebly hasn't closed the bag yet because he's not smart. And you didn't tell us he closed the bag. So all of its mass just goes in the bag that's extra until it just like pops in there.
Perfect.
Like the scene in Fantastic Beasts with the
The snake thing, yeah.
thing going inside the teapot.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that
That's-
movie.
Yeah, with your
There you
penny.
go. There's your violin.
All right. Group 6, with that is your guys' 3-hour slot done. You guys did extremely well, and you guys brought in so many donations. I'm pretty sure that like Max didn't even get through all the nat 20s that they were gifted.
If the math was correct, I still had 5 left.
Oh my god. Hey, well, you have really, really good friends, so that is a really cool thing. So you guys, I will give you the opportunity to again go ahead and do a plug, let people know where they can find you on social media, tell us about any projects that you're working on, or any podcasts, or just anything that you want to shout out for a minute. Don't forget to tell us your Insta handle or your Twitter and just let us know what you're up to. Who wants to go first? All right, I'll choose somebody.
I'll go first.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I don't have anything to plug. I don't do podcasting or anything, but I'd love to one day.
You should.
I would love to. It'd be a lot of fun. Hint,
I would
nudge,
love
nudge
to.
to someone.
Yeah.
My Instagram is just Melosiax, MELOSIA.x. But I'm mostly here to say thank you so much to my wonderful friends, my party members, my whānau, who have come in and argued in the donations, especially to you two. You know who I'm talking about. And I want to do a huge shout out to my fellow players and the 2 DMs that have run us. I'm so privileged to get to know you guys, and I hope that it's not the last of it. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
It was really good playing with you.
Thank you.
So you go ahead and
you
log out
as
of just exit the game in Roll20 and just log out of the chat when you're ready. Who wants to go next? How about Peter?
Yeah, sure. So I'm don't really do much on Instagram, but I'm at Heater Holt on Instagram, which is just a swapping of the first letters of my name. HETERPOLT. I don't really do any streaming or anything like that, but I do contracting work for adventures for Astral Virtual Tabletop. So I put stuff onto there. I recently did one for the 2nd edition of Pathfinder, which is Dinner at Lion Lodge. So, that's pretty cool. I would love to do streaming and that sort of thing again, because this was a lot of fun.
Well, you made some friends while you were here, so maybe you'll be able to team up with somebody.
Maybe. So it was a heck of a lot of fun, and I appreciate the time that I was able to spend, even though it was, 3 to 6 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, it was really good to have you, and you guys, by far, 1/5 of what we needed to get was raised by your group, so feel good about
Awesome.
that. 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. should have been a hard window, and it wasn't, so well done.
Awesome.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead and log out of Roll20 on your way out, okay?
Awesome. Will
Cool.
do.
Thanks,
Catch
Peter.
ya. Bye.
Thanks, Peter.
Sam, you want to go next?
Okay, no, Sam.
Oh, sorry, what? Sam's gone. Sorry, Hilary, my bad. I'm really sorry about that.
Okay. I don't have anything to officially plug apart from come be my friend on Twitter. I'm at Orange Girl. It's just ramblings. I don't have a podcast or anything like other cool folks. Unless we make one. Hint, hint. And thank you to the organisers for having such an amazing event. I'm going to stick around. I've had... Shout out to Skittles, actually. Skittles are great. Everyone should love Skittles.
Don't eat too many Skittles. You will be sick if you have, literally one too many.
Yeah, I count Skittles as a side project. In a 1.4 kilo bag, you can generally on average get 1,370 Skittles. And this bag had the least orange, with a margin of about 100 from the highest color. It makes me sad because orange are the ones.
I like the yellow ones.
Otherwise,
thank you very much, Hilary. It was really nice to have you. Thanks for being a part of the game. And yeah, again, just go ahead and log out of Roll20 when you're done. And yeah, it was lovely to have you. I hope to see you over in the chat.
have a good morning, folks.
Shane, you want to go next?
The most I generally do is Steam gaming. So my handle on that is NZ Blackstorm. But other than that, I generally do more D&D in person or try and find small servers. But I am looking to branch out and try new things. So this was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for being part of the game, man. It was really nice to have you. And Jasher, go ahead, man.
Awesome. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. I actually play in a D&D podcast called Casual RP with Sean, who DM'd a little while ago. And we're just about to start our next campaign as soon as all this lockdown business blows over. So you can look us up anywhere. I think on Instagram we're at casual_RP, but we stream on Twitch. You can find us on podcast platforms. I also run a podcast called Podzilla, where we watch through Godzilla movies with my brother Micah, who played Big Mac a little while ago. So you can check us out there. And I don't know, you can follow me on Instagram. I've just started streaming on Twitch at Jashezilla, Jashezilla. And yeah, thank you so much for everyone who donated. Thanks, Phil. Thanks, Amira. Thanks, Jordan. That was really, really fun. And thank you so much, Penny.
Honestly, it's been really nice to have you, and you were super enthusiastic, for 2 entire months leading all the way up to this. So thank you for helping to build the hype. I really appreciate it.
Oh, good. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right, just before we log the next set of players in, I will just update us on our donation totals. As of 6 a.m., 10 minutes ago, we are at $4,550. So we are 91% of the way there. We only have $450 left, and we have 6 hours to make that. So I think we're going to be pretty on target to get there, which is really amazing. Jordan has read some of these already, but I'll just go through them again. Jules donated $50. Hey crew, thinking of you fondly as I try to nap. Christmas is my favorite, so my wish is that all players have a weapon that turns to a Christmas flavored version of it, like swords into candy. Player's choice. Have fun with it. Kill it with Christmas vibes. And as for that wish, Jordan, you are welcome to force that on the next crew as they come in if you want, but you are by no means, you don't have to. The same again with the height one, which I'm going to get to in a second. Hellfire then donated another $20 and said Mac wanted Rogue to have advantage, so Rogue shall have advantage. Also, Mac has 7 advantages left, I'm pretty sure. Hellfire then donated $50 and wished for all enemies to have vulnerability to all damage types till the end of the current group. Unfortunately, that would have ruined end Jordan's entire story if the enemies couldn't take damage. So we did have to either flag or change that one. I'm not sure where that one ended up landing. So unfortunately, we can't take every wish because we still have to get through a story. And if the enemies can't take damage, that's really going to impact on what the DMs are able to do. Mark then made a wish for all weapons to have +2 to them, which we did implement when that was really cool. Weapons both for and against the party. That was really awesome. Christian then wished for all players to become 1 foot 9 inches tall, so that Snively feels like the god that he is. And again, you can feel free to force that on the new players as they come in, or not, entirely up to you. And then Mark donated $27, which brought us to a nice round number, which was really cool. And he said, "Do you hear that, Hellfire? It's the sound of you losing. #Team Mark." And I've had the mods actually come up with running totals for how much these two have been donating. So Hellfire has currently donated $155, and Mark has currently donated $229.89. So I believe at the moment, as it is, it's #Mark for president. So just letting you guys know where that little rivalry is sitting. Yeah, Jordan, how you doing, man?
Yeah, good. I'm having fun. I hope everyone in chat is too.
I love Snibbly. I love the voice. Me and Liv have been sitting on this thing just cracking up laughing at the show so far. So I'll get the group 6 players to go ahead and turn on your cameras and microphones.